Hello, everybody. This video is about Act 4, Scene 4 of Hamlet. Act 4, Scene 4 is the first scene in Hamlet that takes place outside of Elsinore Castle. When the scene opens, we see not Hamlet, but Fortinbras, the Norwegian prince we have been hearing about since Act 1. As Claudius has given him permission to do, Fortinbras is leading his army through the Danish countryside to go fight a battle with the Poles over some disputed territory. Fortinbras, obviously, serves the function of a kind of anti-Hamlet. They are both princes of their respective countries, and they are both named after their fathers, who have both been killed and whose deaths require their son's project of vengeance. They both have uncles who have become king after the deaths of their fathers. But whereas Hamlet is at war with his uncle, morose, intellectual, and not particularly good at following through on revenge plans, Fortinbras is loyal to his uncle, Old Norway, and he is hot-headed in pursuit of reclaiming the lands lost by his father and avenging his father's death. Fortinbras comes on and off the stage pretty quickly. He's not a speech maker, but a command giver. Meanwhile, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are escorting Hamlet away to his exile in England, a journey which involved trekking across Denmark, supposedly on their way to get on a boat, leading them to cross paths with Fortinbras and his military expedition. Hamlet asks a captain in Fortinbras's army what's going on, and the captain responds that they are marching off to Poland to go fight and die for rights to a tiny parcel of land that nobody really cares about, but that Poles and Norwegians alike are both willing to fight for and die to defend. The sight of Fortinbras and his army marching off resolutely and thoughtlessly to go fight a deadly war over a scrap of worthless land fills Hamlet with guilt and shame. Hamlet sees Fortinbras as a rebuke to his own dilly-dallying. Some people might say that Fortinbras's impulsivity is rash, pointless, and destructive, but Hamlet sees it as a sign of greatness that Fortinbras is willing to bring so much force to bear on a purpose so pointless. Hamlet speaks a soliloquy devoted to praising the kind of action-oriented decisiveness that he sees in Fortinbras, and chiding himself for having gone 2.5 acts without having laid a finger on Claudius. Fortinbras has raised an army to go fight over a trifle, while Hamlet, who actually has every reason in the cosmos to crave revenge, can't seem to bring himself to do anything but screw with everybody. Hamlet makes a bold resolution to himself. He will rise to Fortinbras's example. He will become the hot-blooded killer that his ghost dad requires him to be. He will stop at nothing to get his revenge. "Oh, from this time forth," he says, "my thoughts be bloody, or nothing worth." The irony, of course, is that Hamlet makes this soaring speech while he is literally in the act of getting led away from Elsinore and basically out of the play altogether to go get executed by Claudius's cronies. As inspiring as his words are, his actions have never been further from those that are likely to result in the successful consummation of his revenge project. One wonders if Hamlet even really believes the things he's saying about Fortinbras. Hamlet loves words and images and metaphors, and the contrast between himself and Fortinbras certainly moves him in a very profound way. He rejoices in the poetry of Fortinbras and his deeds, and he relishes in the drama of their absurd war. But Hamlet's words here may be an example of Hamlet's tendency to use words as a kind of substitute rather than an impetus for action.